Implications for Europe and consequences of Russia cutting off gas supplies through Ukraine. The announcement by Gazprom, Russia's energy giant, to halt natural gas flows through Ukraine as of January 1st has sent shockwaves across Europe, intensifying concerns over rising energy prices and economic competitiveness. This decision comes after Ukraine's Naftogaz refused to renew a 5-year transit agreement, calling the move a historic milestone. While the European Union claims it can weather the disruption, analysts warn of serious repercussions. Countries like Austria, Hungary, and Slovakia, which rely heavily on Russian gas, face immediate challenges. Europe has alternatives, but they are more expensive. This will impact living costs and industrial competitiveness across the continent, notes Philip Losberg, an analyst at the European Policy Center in Belgium. Before the Ukraine conflict erupted, Russia supplied nearly 40% of Europe's gas needs through pipelines like Nord Stream, Yamal Europe, and Turkstream. However, the war has significantly reduced these flows, forcing Europe to diversify its energy sources. Nations have ramped up imports from Norway, Qatar, and the US, aiming to eliminate reliance on Russian energy by 2027. Yet, the loss of Russian gas through Ukraine, which accounted for 5% of Europe's total imports in 2024, further tightens an already strained supply. Switching entirely to liquefied natural gas, LNG, presents logistical and financial hurdles. LNG imports are costlier and less reliable than pipeline deliveries, amplifying pressure on both consumers and industries. According to the Bruegel Institute in Belgium, European energy prices are now nearly 5 times higher than in the US, putting European manufacturers at a severe disadvantage. The ripple effects extend beyond energy markets. Moldova, heavily reliant on Russian gas through Ukraine, faces an energy crisis, with its breakaway region Transnistria particularly vulnerable. We are entering a crisis that will be difficult to resolve, laments Petr Murzin, a postal worker in Moldova's capital, Chisinau. The region depends on Russian gas to power its largest electricity plant, with any disruption threatening widespread outages during harsh winter months. Despite these challenges, European leaders remain optimistic. The European Commission's internal documents suggest that replacing the lost 14 billion cubic meters of Russian gas through alternative LNG sources is feasible. Since 2022, EU nations have reduced gas consumption by 18% compared to the 5-year average, demonstrating resilience and adaptability. Countries like Italy, Austria, and Hungary are exploring diversified energy partnerships to mitigate risks. Italy has secured additional gas supplies from Azerbaijan and Algeria, while Hungary continues to import Russian gas via Turkstream. Slovakia, meanwhile, claims to have prepared contingency plans, though its economy, and others in Eastern Europe, faces significant costs. Ultimately, the end of Russian gas transit through Ukraine highlights Europe's precarious energy balance. While the continent has made strides in reducing dependency on Moscow, the high costs of this transition underline the ongoing vulnerability of its energy infrastructure.